Good morning, beauties. It's been a little bit, but I got a couple new palettes, eyeshadow palettes in the mail. So I thought I would have fun today doing half of my face. I've seen people do it, and I think it's kind of fun to show how makeup, really changes the look and dimensions of your face. So it's kind of fun. What also kind of made me think about it was my husband the other night said that it was really interesting how much bigger my eyes look when I wear makeup. So I thought that was actually a really cool statement because my whole goal when doing my makeup is to make my eyes look bigger. So I thought that was like a success right there. So I'm going to start. I did do my moisturizer. I did Aqua Bomb today because I like it and it was almost done, so I just wanted to finish it off. I'm going to use my eye primer. Where's my eye primer? I'm going to use the Smashbox 24-hour eye primer, which I love. It doesn't create texture on my eyelids, which is extremely important. It looks like this. And you just use a teeny tiny bit at a time. So I want to make sure I get it up to my eyebrows. Ha! I'm doing both eyes even though I said I was going to do one side. Oh well. Habits and all that, right? Okay, so let's start with my eyebrows. I am a huge fan of the MAC eyeshadow in the color Corduroy. I started using it years ago when my hair was a dark auburn. And even though it's not that color now, the blue in my hair is kind of a cooler tone, so I feel like it matches the undertone of my hair. So I'm back to using it. So I will say it's going to be weird just doing one side of my face, but kind of excited too. Get right in there. Going to use my brow gel from Anastasia to hold the hairs that I have left in place. Allows me to get them in the right direction too, so I can kind of stand them up a little bit in the front. Like that. So the palette I'm gonna play with today is from Juvia's Place. It's called the Chocolates. But I liked it because it's all browns. Warm and cool. But I like that peachy shade too, so I thought I would have fun with that. Here we go. It's funny, I'm actually watching my eye shape change almost every day. So I'm having to adjust how I do my makeup. So sometimes I do my makeup and then I have to go up and raise my crease a little bit because my eyes are becoming more hooded. I feel like it's by the day. Okay. I'm gonna go with the warmer color in my crease because I always like the warmer browns. I'm not a big fan of the cooler browns. So I'm gonna use this kind of warm rusty brown next. And Juvia's Place usually has really good pigment, so I'm gonna start lightly. And I really cannot raise my eyebrows when I'm doing my crease anymore because it doesn't land in the right place. And I am also taking this sweep of color more into the inside corner of my eye than I used to. Because this part of my eye has gotten a little bit heavier. you know, what are you gonna do? So I'm trying to contour that back. Okay, so there's the darker color there. And I will take a little bit of this really deep one here and kind of do that outside triangle. Really don't need much of that. See, I have to drop my eyebrows. I'm just gonna drag a little bit in like that. So I'm actually picking up my brush, placing it outside, and moving the color in the direction that I want it to go. Just to kind of deepen that rust-colored crease. Forget that, right? Don't pull at your eyes like I am doing. Okay. I like it a lot. All right, so in order to make my eyes look as big as possible, that means there's got to be a shimmer on the crease. So the other new palette I got was the Lime Crime Prelude Chroma palette, which I haven't tested any of the colors yet, so we're going to see what happens, but they're all duochrome, and duochrome means that it looks like a different color in different lights. That's all that is, which also just means it's super fun. I'm gonna go with this color here, which is called Triumph. We'll see what that does. All right, so now what I'm actually going to do is kind of carry it up into the crease just a little bit so that when I close my eyes, there's more of that light to give the impression of more lid space. So just a little bit. It's almost like kind of doing a cut crease, but it's just much softer. Now I want to make sure I bring it over my pupil completely to open my eye as much as possible. And that's kind of blending it into the darker color, if you can see. All right, that is eye. You know what I'll use a little bit of this Olympia. It's kind of a cooler color. I'll put that up under my eyebrow because I didn't really lighten that yet. So just a little bit. And then I'll go back to the color I laid down that first light crease color with and just blend it. There you go, just softly. I'll go on to my complexion so I can finish my under eye. I think y'all know what I'm gonna use, but I'm gonna go with my Lime Life. So let's do that. I'm still waiting on my summer color to arrive. So until then, I'm just gonna contour the heck out of it, which is a good trick with your winter foundation. You can just kind of really contour and add that bronze contour instead of using like a cooler taupe kind of contour, which is what you normally use. Contour with your bronzer and it will warm up your face and help kind of get you through until you get your summer color of foundation. Especially if you're someone that darkens a couple colors, you can wait until you get your normal deeper shade. And then use that. Okay, so you can see, I don't wear it too thick I just like to even my complexion a little bit. I don't like it really thick because it just doesn't look as good either later in the day, I feel. And that's all foundations. I don't wear them heavy at all. All right, so let's do some concealer. Now, to make my eyes look as big as possible, I am not taking my concealer all the way up under my eye, because when you do that, it makes your eye look smaller. So I'm going to leave a little bit of space because I'm going to put eyeshadow under there anyway. It already looks a tiny bit smaller when you put that lighter color under there, which is why as we get older, when our eyes hood, can be really flattering to add even just a small amount of color under the eye to open the eye back up. All right, got my normal Guerlain meteorites, and I like this powder because the different color beads brighten an even complexion, and it also blurs the surface a little bit, which is really nice. Powder. As my little baby brothers used to say, powder for powder. They were so cute. All right, so let's finish the under eye. I'm going to use my bullet brush, which is like this. It's very small compared to a normal eyeshadow brush. So I'm gonna go back with the first lighter color here. Now I'm gonna bring it down a little bit because the more I bring it down, the more I feel it kind of actually opens up my eyes a little bit. All right, I will go back with, I don't even know what you call these brushes. It's kind of like an eyeliner because it's really narrow and flat. So you could use it to stamp eyeshadow at the eyeline, which is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take that reddish color and stamp it right at my eyelashes, like that. Go back to my bullet brush and start blending. But I'm not pulling it down the way I did that first lighter color, because I'm creating a smoky bottom that matches the smoky top. So I'm then going to go into that darkest color that I used on the outside triangle and do the same underneath, just on the outer bit, and blend. I also feel that that kind of adds to that flattering kind of upward angle that helps counteract visually the hooding of the eyelid. All right, so I'm also, the next thing of course is also highlighter on the inside corner of the eye. So we're just gonna go right to that. I have a couple that I really love, but right now my favorite is actually from Ofra. It is the Star Island highlighter. It's like white. I like it. Like a gold white. So it gives the impression of a little bit more sleep than we had. It's great if your eyes are close set or deep set or both. So just a little pop of color. All right, so let's do some mascara. I think I moved my eyelash curler. So I will say my eyelashes right now are very wimpy because I've been out of my eyelash serum, but I'm really excited. I just ordered it. I love it. So we're gonna coat on the mascara. And when I do that, I'm making sure to wiggle at my lash line. So I'm getting down to my lash line so I can feel it. And I'm gonna wiggle and leave mascara right at the base of my lashes. It kind of replaces an eyeliner. It looks like you've defined the eye up there without losing any of that brighter lid space, which we all need. It also allows you to kind of separate the lashes a little bit with the mascara brush. And I always do a few coats. And once you feel you have the bottom done, then you want to go and make sure that you get the top of the lashes as well, because this will thicken and lengthen. So the wiggling of the lash will kind of thicken your lash because it'll separate them and get mascara around each hair. And then you need to show the length by making sure you get the tip of the lashes. So for years now, I have always loved to top my mascara with their Real from Benefit. It's a very black formula. The brush is what I love. It's very hard kind of bristle, and it has that pineapple on top, which helps separate really well. So I'm going to take off some of the extra. I don't want too much. And it gives just a little more separation and a little more definition because it's so black. And with that pineapple top, if there's any little hair that I've missed, it gets it. So that's that. And then my bottom lash mascara from Clinique, I can't live without this little guy. If you get the smears or smudges from your mascara, it is just a reaction that it has with your skin. So nothing that you put on your skin will make that stop. Eyelash primer won't help, a clear mascara on top of the black mascara won't help, and waterproof mascara won't help. And those of you that have had that trouble know the struggle. I love it has a teeny tiny brush, so it's just meant for the baby lashes. So, I don't know, I think it looks bigger. Maybe it's just because I like makeup. But anyway, all right, on to contour. We don't have all day, right, ladies? All right, so I'm gonna go back to my tried and true Chocolate Soleil bronzer from Too Faced because it's not super cool tone. It's kind of a warm tone on me. So that way I can get my contour to kind of match a little bit until I get my darker foundation color. So sometimes if you can't find your cheekbone, pulls, like, so you kind of see the definition there, that's where you want to make sure you get your contour and bronzer. Then here. And then, of course, the jawline. And I often have to do this because my under chin is much lighter than my neck because I don't lay out to get sun. I get incidental sun exposure when I'm out and about. So this hole here is lighter, which can draw attention, and we don't need that. So another little thing you can do to kind of define your jawline if you have a more round face. So kind of see where your chin is in just a tiny, tiny bit in a really light shade. Just a little bit. You can see, hopefully you can see just the difference, just a tiny bit. And then also if you have short hair, just pop a little bit of bronzer on your ear because we're creating an illusion, right? All right, so let's do a little bit of my nose, my little car accident nose. And then instead of putting highlighter on the tip of my nose, which brings it like forward, I actually put a little bit of contour on the end because I feel my nose like Pinocchio's in pictures. It's really weird. I feel like it just like, good day, it's there. All right, so there's the contour. I'll do a little bit of blush. I'll do my Too Faced, the Sweet Peach. I like the blush because it's like a shimmery coral. I'm actually gonna go over my contour. And just do the whole area. And then we'll go back to highlighter with the Star Island with Ofra. I do have to say I love that chocolate palette, which I was not surprised. I thought I would. Lip, I'm gonna go with a nude lip. No shocker there. Let's see, nope. That's pink. I don't like pink lipstick. It is not my shade. All right, so I'm gonna go back to my absolute favorite, which is this Binky brand I got in Scotland. It's just the perfect warm nude. That's kind of like my whole lip almost. Because that just looks silly if it's only half my lip, right, ladies? Makes total sense. Okay, so that's half my face. It's kind of fun to see the difference. I'm gonna do one thing to show a little more of a dramatic difference. I'm gonna take some invisible setting powder. I don't bake because no, but I will just do a little bit of light powder here to kind of cut my contour, which is something you can do. If you feel like your contour kind of shifts down during the day, or if you get your contour and you feel like maybe your brush is too big and it's covering up too much area there, you can do this with an invisible, a translucent setting powder. I'm gonna bring that down this whole side. We're just gonna let it sit for a second. Let's see. Just do a little bit there. No, just kidding, I won't do that. All right, so normally when you bake, you leave it for like a good, 5 minutes. Kind of cut that a little bit. All right, let's clean off the brush. What do you think? Kind of did a little bit. If I left it on longer, it would be more noticeable, but what do you think, ladies? This is half my face. I gotta say the chocolate palette from Juvia's place is beautiful. And of course it matches my nude lipstick beautifully. I don't know, that's kind of fun. Anyway, if you're bored, just do it, see what happens. I don't know. I guess I'll go do the other side of my face. But if you have any questions or anything, let me know. I love to talk makeup all the time, anytime. Thanks for joining me, ladies. Have a great day. Let's make up tomorrow.